Crazy as it sounds, Dragon Ball Fighterz has been out for 3 years now, and not until recently have I been able to really take a step back and see underneath all the cool characters and combos to find so much depth and room for expression in the game, that going into 2021, I find myself falling in love with the game all over again. Consequently, I've been streaming it a lot over on my Twitch channel, getting my community into the game, and we're just having a merry old time. And so I want whoever's watching this to be a part of that journey. As accessible as Dragon Ball Fighterz is, it is still a fighting game with its own particular learning curve, so in order to speed up the process, I'll be starting a video series to get everyone successfully over that curve and enjoying what the game has to offer now and going forward. If you're starting your journey today or have decided to start again from scratch, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can be notified the second these videos drop, because if you're as competitive as me, you're gonna want to level up your game ASAP. By this point, you have no doubt seen some level of competitive play, which means you've probably seen competitive players, which probably means you think in order to compete, you have to use one of these. Objection! The arcade fight stick, as glorious as it may seem on the grand stage, is not the reason you will be winning games. At least not functionally. It's just a carryover from the golden era of arcades, and most people choose to play on stick simply out of preference. It's what they learned on first. I've done the research, taught many different people to play many different fighting games, and the only thing you need to be worried about is comfortability. Dragon Ball Fighterz is meant to be played on most modern controllers, especially on PC where you can plug and play most things. Accessibility was a priority for this game. Believe me, just listen to your hands when you're picking out your first controller. Hell, even a friend of mine starting out learning the game on a GameCube controller, so if you're coming from Smash, slide that Pro controller in if you want. I know, everywhere you look in gaming these days, you see tier lists, and more tier lists. Well, I'm here to tell you to pick whoever you want, because this game has been out 3 years, the balancing team has done a fantastic job, and if you look closely at any relatively recent tier list from some of the best players in the world, you will see no one under A tier. Look man, I used to play Melee. That game literally had characters that didn't work. Aside from competitive play, they had a character, Kirby. If you tried to do certain throws with that character, your opponent could literally just walk out. Okay? If this is your first fighting game, don't worry about this. Pick whoever the hell you want. Even Yamcha. I hate Yamcha. Man, honestly, I don't do this nearly enough. Outside of the story mode, which I also recommend, the party modes have so much to offer for some old-fashioned fun. Just the other day, we had so many people playing the game for the first time, we created a 6-player party match where we all controlled one character on randomly assigned teams. As chaotic as it got, as time went on, the newer players would be cheered on as they did what they could to help the team, while the more experienced players could coach and carry the team. A great way to laugh and learn. Even better are the daily raids. You get great in-game rewards, it's co-op up to 3 players, and the raid bosses scale to levels you just have to see to believe. Take advantage of these whenever you can, if for no other reason than to remind yourself you're playing a video game.
I'm making a team decision again. Wow, he's so intimidating. He's so cool.
So, here we are in the game now, and I'm sure some of you have been here before. It's time to begin the very long, grueling process where you have to figure out what normals you like and put them together with your special moves and get at least one combo down for a real match. But wait, you have to do this with 3 characters. You ain't got time for all that, you just want to play. Good old Arceus understands if you just press light or medium, you too can do big flashy combos. In fact, I insist you use these auto combos just starting out. But you may be thinking, that's kinda scrubby, Kai, you're just mashing. Well, let's get one thing straight. Auto combos in this game are going nowhere, and ask any veteran, there are a ton of situations where auto combos are extremely useful. So, instead, let's change our mentality to, how can I get more damage? That's the mindset of a true master. Here are all the characters that have the same manual combo that comes from the light auto combo I mentioned before. Next week, I'll be putting out a video that will slowly wean you off the auto combos and get you even more damage. So again, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Another huge hurdle when you're just starting out is approaching. More importantly, approaching quickly and safely across the stage. Again, the devs have our backs with the super dash button, which if you've done a bit of the tutorial or played some matches, you found for yourself. And yes, it is a great approach tool, but like any tool, if we use it too predictably, our opponent will counter us. Yet, unlike any of the other approach options, if you look closely, it's not as linear as the rest. That means if we just play around with it and use it with other movement options, the possibilities become almost infinite. Here are just a few ways to shake up someone's defense by simply getting creative with how we use it. Super Dash is so flexible that even at the highest level of play, you will see it used more often than you think. But yeah, I hope I've cleared up some misconceptions. I really just want everyone to get in there and have a great time. ArcSys really has put together something special that has stood the test of time. Not a lot of games can say that. I just want to share what I've learned up until this point with you guys. If you want to catch me live with questions, comments, and all that good stuff, you can just catch me live on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Besides that, guys, thanks again for watching the video. Get out there and play some Dragon Ball.